First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honors and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, 144,000. And peace and salutations to the 1/3 men, women, and children who are watching, listening, and learning in order. This is Shamar Ya'ala with the Great Millstone chapter of Wisconsin. And as we continue to see these prophecies kick off, more and more the microchip is being brought up. And according to the Bible, the microchip is the mark of the beast that will be implanted into our hands. That right now, Esau is glorifying this technology. Salakia, this technology, the RFID chip, is being made to be something of the new ages, the new wave. And I'm going to grab a scripture, and I'm going to, because we like Apostle Tahar have said, a lot of the brothers have gone over what the mark is, and what it means as far as, you're going back to the word, karagma, which means incision, mark, incision, in which they will be implementing this microchip. And so the elect, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. As a matter of fact, I'm going to grab that scripture. I have it held. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And one of his major devices that he's pushing and going to be pushing even harder until it becomes mandatory is the RFID chip. Now, one of the Akim has sent this to our group chat, and it reads, it says, Sweden begins microchipping residents. Access to ID, wallet, and keys is now underneath. That's part of the heading. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to read through the article that I just pulled, and it says, Etisalet, if I'm saying that correctly, unveils microchip implant at GTEX Technology Week in Dubai. And if you're familiar with this Technology Week in Dubai, a lot of fancy gadgets and new inventions and stuff is brought out, is pulled out, for the world to, to marvel over, so to speak. And quite interesting that it unveils a microchip. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this article, and I got some scriptures that I'm going to pull that coincide with this, and then hopefully you brothers who are listening are edified, Lord willing. So this is the article begins with if you thought having a mobile can bring the whole world in your hand, then here's an update for you. See, they're gonna make this popular, and like it says, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices, and this is one of his devices that he's going to be using to bring us in subjection and control us all, knowing our whereabouts, knowing our personal information. You're not going to be able to do anything without Esau Edom playing big brother, so to speak, over you. And that's what they're trying to do. They're bringing this new world order. Now it reads again. It says a new concept introduced at the 39th GTEx Technology Week is promising people the ultimate form of mobiles by giving humans bionic abilities via microchips implanted in their bodies. Etisalat has partnered with Swedish company Biohacks International to implant microchips in a person's hand that can be loaded with all kinds of data, including your medical history, passwords, etc. The demonstration of the microchip NFC card was shown on the opening day of GTEx Technology Week 2019 in Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, who lauded the technology. Several ministries, including the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Finance, also showed interest in imbibing the technology and are in talks with the Swedish firm to integrate it. This rice grain-sized biocompatible NFC implant can be inserted just under the skin between the index finger and the thumb. It says, and thumb. The chip can be injected under the skin exactly like a vaccine shot, explained Johan Osterlund, the founder and CEO of Biohacks International. His firm has manufactured thousands of such chips in Sweden and Europe. This biocompatible NFC implant enables seamless digital interaction with most everyday encounters, for example, getting rid of keys, loyalty tokens, money, and access cards. You can even open doors or start a car, for example. They can also be loaded with medical data that can be accessed if the person was ever in an accident. Joanne told College Times, adding that the chip can stay inside the human body for 10 to 20 years and can be replaced after that. The cost price of the chip is 150 euros, but for students, Joanne said they will give a 50% discount. So 150 euros is roughly like 160, I think $165, $169 in American dollars. Let's grab a scripture. This is Revelation 13, verse 16. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. The mark in this case is an incision. It is charagma. If you go back to the original Greek, it is charagma, which means incision. Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So, again, we go back to not being ignorant to Satan's devices. And the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, and it would be implanted inside of you. And they're going to use popularity. They're going to use the people's ignorance on seeing something that is new, innovative. I mean, you know how Esau roll. You know how Esau roll. They're gonna make it popular, and when they see that there's a lot of people not taking the chip, they're gonna make it mandatory because everyone's gonna be using it at that time, and you're no longer gonna be able to buy or sell or do anything unless you have this chip, because the way the world's work is just like, if we're in a cashless society and everyone's using credit cards. If you don't have a credit card, you have cash. How can you do business with anybody? You can't. It won't work out. If it's a cashless society, it won't work out. You can't bring cash to a cashless society. So you can't bring a person who doesn't have a chip to a chipped society. There's so many words. But again, 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11 says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, Salakia, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we cannot be ignorant of his devices. We cannot be ignorant of his devices at all. This is Ecclesiastes 12 verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You cannot trust Esau. You cannot trust this world and the things that they're putting out here, and they're disguising it as being something good for you or innovative and new, and just glorifying it. Your enemy wants to put you in subjection, and this RFID chip is something that will put you in subjection to where you can't do anything. And ultimately, we are not supposed to take this mark. And this is Revelations 20 verse 4. It said, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of our power, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So we, as the elect, as the hopeful elect, we are not to take this mark, which is this implant of the RFID chip, by any means. And so with that being said, I'm going to say Shalom, Yahba Shem Awashai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Baraka Thumb to you brothers and some of you sisters that are watching. Until next time, Shalom.